If you're a small business owner trying to DIY your SEO and you're looking for more ways that you can actually control your ranking when it comes to getting to the map pack, I have a video for you right here. If we look at the evidence, we can see that the number 6 most important ranking factor, the number 8, the number 13, and the number 20 all have to do with reviews. I know, boring video, but stick with me. This might be the most important thing you do for your small business. Now, I'm hoping you've seen the Google Business Profile Masterclass. If you haven't, link in the description. That'll tell you how to fill out all the settings and how to help your Google Business Profile rank higher than it already is. But what do you do in the long run? Well, that's where the reviews come in. In this video, I'm going to go over how to get reviews. Then I'm going to tell you why you need to get reviews. Then I'm going to tell you how to get better reviews. And number 4, what to do with those dreaded 1-star reviews. That's right, there's actually something you can do with them, but stick around to the end so you can find out about that. In case we haven't met before, my name is Sam Sarson. I'm the founder of Thencan Designs, an SEO agency in beautiful Bend, Oregon, and our goal is to help small businesses that serve local customers more TLC. That's traffic, leads, and clients. And if you're really struggling with your local SEO, head over to thencandesigns.com/contact and just fill out a quick contact form and say, help me with my GBP, and I'll help you out. In case you missed that last video where I helped somebody that filled out one of those contact forms. But anyway, let's get into how we get better reviews. I'm so surprised every day I meet people that don't even know what a Google Business Profile is, let alone how to get reviews from it. So let's review how to get to your Google Business Profile. You're going to go to google.com and you're just going to search for my business, literally my space business. Yep, just type in my business just like that, hit enter, and then you should see a listing that looks something like this. And you should see your business down here and then click View Profile. And now we're going to be greeted with the Google Business Profile panel. To get a Google review, you might have to click this little button right here. And there's a tile right here that says Ask for Reviews. Click that and just hit copy. And then you can paste that into a text message or an email asking for a review. Pro tip, it actually takes about 3 contacts on average to get a review to go through. So if somebody doesn't get back to you right away, or if they say, yeah, I got you, and they don't write a review, it's okay to circle back as long as you're not being a jerk about it. Now let's talk about why it's important to get reviews in the first place. Well, one thing is that as far back as humans can remember, social proof has held a value. Think about it. If you were at some little merchant shop in Mesopotamia back in the day, and there were 2 people selling sticks with rocks on the top of them, and you heard from somebody that this one person was way better at it than this other person, then of course you would trust the person who was well reviewed. Luckily nowadays we don't have to trust people in Mesopotamian flea markets. We can look at Google and see the reviews right there. We get a nice little number rating and we can actually read how people felt. Not just people we know directly, but we can also see reviews of all sorts of people. And so Google has found it very valuable to collect this social proof. It makes people utilize Google Business Profiles. And so we want to take advantage of that. And particularly if we're looking at these ranking factors here, there's a couple ones that we want to make sure. Now, obviously we want to make sure we get as high a ranking as possible and that we have a good quantity, right? But then as we work our way down, we find out that we don't want to just get these big spikes or bursts of reviews. We want to get a sustained influx over time. And also we want to make sure that we're always getting new reviews, because getting recency of reviews is a very important factor, okay? Even though it's number 20, that's still one you can control. Most of these, you have to have the technical wherewithal to get in there and do these things. But if you're just a carpenter, you might not want to have to worry about making sure your pin's in the right place or check in to make sure you have the right business category on your Google Business Profile, but you can certainly ask for a review. Now, one last thing I want you to see is the actual search engine result page. So if I type in, say, General Contractors, Bend, Oregon, which is the city I'm located in, then we can click right here and we can look at the map pack, right? And we can see all these businesses. And notice that there's a general trend that the more reviews they have, typically the higher up they are. Now notice that it's not for sure, right? There are some businesses, like even these guys have no reviews, and these ones have 4 and 19 and 9. There's a lot of different ranking factors, and reviews aren't everything, but it is kind of a good metric to follow, and it's good to know that if you keep getting reviews consistently over time, you just have a better chance of ranking higher in this local area, which is where the map pack shows up. And it's also really important for SGE, which is right around the corner. Now we know the importance of these reviews. Let's talk about how to get better reviews. Now, if I were to break it down into 5 bullet points, this is how to get a better review. The number one thing you want to do is to try to get the review to be about 2 to 5 sentences total. I've seen a lot of reviews where they just say, great job, or they write nothing. And so giving people kind of a frame of reference for how long the review should be is a good thing to do. Now the next 3 are kind of bullet points that we want to cover, and I'm about to reveal a script that I'm going to share with you guys. And so these are the 3 things that are covered in the script. Is 1, including the service that was provided, because I know I'm usually working with service providers, so that's my advice to you guys out there. Number 2 is the city that it was located in. And then number 3 is the neighborhood it was located in. Particularly, let's say you're an electrician trying to work with people in a more affluent neighborhood. A good way to get some real local relevance in that area is to have somebody say, hey, my house was in the Broken Top neighborhood and such electric company came out and they fixed my wiring. I don't know, I'm not an electrician. If they can do something like that, that's really going to go a far way. And if there isn't a particular neighborhood, being able to mention a local landmark could potentially also be helpful to give Google that signal of where their review is coming from. And then the last thing is to try to include an image in their review or a video. I know this isn't going to be relevant for every industry, but if you're, say, a roofer and you can take pictures of the roofing project while you're up there, you could give those to the client with this script I'm about to show you, and it can really help them provide an even better review. Let's go over my review script really quickly, just so you know some of this is ChatGPT'd, and so please feel free to make this your own. Let's just use my business for example. So I would put something like, thank you for choosing Thencan Designs for your SEO needs. Your trust means the world to me. Could you spare a moment to support my small business with a Google review? Your feedback shapes the services I offer. Can you see the ChatGPT in the text? It's easy, it makes a big difference. Click here to leave a review. And this is where you would actually put a link in the email. In case you've never done that before, let me just quickly show you how the heck to do that. You can copy the link by getting it from your Google Business profile. And then what you do is select the text right here, go down here to this little link. You can also do Command K. I didn't know that until right now. That's super cool. That's going to save a bunch of time for me. And then hit Command V. I'm giving Mac directions. Obviously, if you're on a Windows, hit Control. And then hit OK. And you're good to go. And I would remove these stars. That was mostly just to kind of give you some reference. But yeah, there we go. Now we have this nice clickable review that will take them to that page. After that, I give the quick tips for a great review. So aim for 2 to 5 sentences. Please try to add photos and videos. And then here's the other ones. Mention the specific service you received. And I would replace this with SEO services. And then I put the location, maybe Bend, Oregon, or better yet, the neighborhood. For my industry, the neighborhood doesn't really matter, but it could be helpful to try to rank parts of the town because I have noticed a real geographic distribution to where I'm ranking higher in my city. Remember, this is for the Google Business profile, so this is specifically for showing up for your local customers. And then I just end with a nice little emotional appeal. Every review, big or small, supports my small business and my ability to serve you better. Here's the review link again. And like I said, all you'd have to do is select the text, Command K, and there's different ways to do it in different email providers. Thank you for being a valued customer. Can't wait to help you in the future. Your signature. Here, let's send it to myself and I'll show you what it looks like. Here's what the email would look like. Obviously, you'd want to go through and fill these all out. But then when you click that review, what shows up is a little box where they can leave a 5-star review and leave their details right here. And you've just prompted them on what they need to do. And so it should be really easy to fill this out within 5 minutes. There's 2 questions I hear a lot when it comes to Google reviews. My clients aren't going to have a Google account, which I want to say they probably do. They might not realize it, but they probably do. And the other thing is they already gave me a testimonial, so I can't get them to write another one. Say they gave you one for your website when that started maybe 3 months ago, and now it's time to fill out your Google Business Profiles review, and they're like, I already left you a review. I'm not going to do it again. Easy. Just go back to that email and just copy and paste in the review from the website, and then they can just paste it right in this box when they get here. So that part's easy. If they don't have a Google account and they refuse to get a Google account, well, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do. But if you have somebody that's maybe just not technologically savvy and they just need some help, I would honestly say that it is worth it to take the time to, the next time you get a chance and you swing by their neighborhood, just be like, especially if they're expressing a willingness, but they're just having some like technological issues, show up to their place, obviously, with permission, and then just help them set up a Google account. It takes like 5 minutes maybe. And so by the end of it, you can just hand them back the phone and be like, fill out the review right now. I can't stress enough. This is the one thing you really have control over. So please, please, please make sure you're doing that. Now, what you've all been waiting for, right? What do we do with a 1-star review on Google? It's time to be an SEO Mythbuster. There's not a whole lot we can do. We cannot get that review removed. That's 99% true. If it's true spam, there are ways to fight that through proper channels. However, if you either A, provided bad service, you just missed the mark on a day, or you've run into maybe a jerk, then you could have got a 1-star review, whether it was justified or not, and there's not a whole lot you can do. But there is. Here's what I recommend you do. Although we cannot get the review removed, there are 2 things you need to do right now that will help you in the long run. The first thing is to respond to the review. Now, if you're like me and maybe you got a little angry because you got a 1-star review, you don't have to do this right away. But make sure that you do respond. And when you do, take accountability for anything that might have been wrong. Even if you don't feel like you were in the wrong, take accountability. 2, create an action plan. Briefly lay out what you'll do differently next time. Even if you feel like you don't need to do anything different, just say what you think somebody would want you to say in that situation. And maybe, just maybe, it is a learning experience for you and it will help you provide better service for your clients in the future, right? Maybe. And then the third thing is to be kind. As long as you are not a jerk in this response, people will understand. In fact, some studies have shown that the perfect review score is not a 5.0, it's actually a 4.4. It humanizes the business, but the best thing you can do besides having a bunch of high-star reviews is responding positively to negative reviews. So that's number 1. Now the second thing you can do if you have a negative review is to get more reviews. Does it feel like I'm repeating myself during this video? Think about it this way. Let's say you have 5 reviews on your Google Business Profile, which is a good number to shoot for in your first sprint of getting reviews. If one of those is a 1-star review and the rest are 5-star reviews, your average rating is going to be a 4. But if you can get up to 20 reviews, which shouldn't take you that long to get to for any business that regularly services clients, then your average score is going to be like a 4.9. Nobody's going to bat an eye at a 4.9. Nobody's going to bat an eye, honestly, probably a 4.5. But if you have a 4.0 and all of your competitors have a 5.0, even if you have more reviews than them, that might not look so good. But if they click on your profile and they see that you responded to that 1-star review, and maybe they see that they were a little irrational with their 1-star review, this is a great way to build a connection with somebody before you've even started to work with them. So we've talked about the negative reviews, and we know the importance of getting reviews. I want to include one more tidbit, one little bonus tip right here that is so important. How do we get more reviews? Well, I don't personally do this, but I have a couple clients that have, either because I've recommended it or because they had this tool in their tool belt when I met them. And it's to walk around with a business card that has a QR code on it. Now, my QR code goes to my lead generation tool, which is my free marketing review. Have you checked it out yet? thencandesigns.com/review. You might even actually be able to just scan this. I don't know how good a quality this video will be, but what if I just printed out cards specifically for reviews? It seems like it's almost too crazy or a waste of money, right? But it's not. It's totally worked for one of my clients that I just started working with. He's gotten over 100 reviews using the strategy over the years. And so I just want to show you how easy it is to do this. Now I'm going to use Canva for this, which is free. And I'm going to show you how much it would cost to get the business cards for this. All right, so they have all these templates. So I just searched for business cards. This one looks pretty good. It's for a nail studio. It's part of the free plan, so you could do something like this. And maybe I'm a naturopath. I just like this vibe. I like the butterflies, you know, the metamorphosis. That could be great for my naturopath clinic. Now, if you look here, we got premium paper. That's good. We got matte, so I can write on the card if I want to write down a phone number or something like that. I can get 50 cards for $16. I can get 100 for $21. That's awesome. And so I can go in here, hit customize template, and I could go in here and change all the names for my clinic. But the tool I really want to show you right now, we'll skip all that because this isn't a Canva tutorial, is you click on apps right here. There's a really basic one called QR code. It's super basic. And what you want to do is you want to paste in your review link right here. You can hit generate code, and then check this out. When you do it, you can actually change like the background colors. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to take this background color, and I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to make the background color match. So that way it looks good, right? Well, why not have it look good? And then let's also make this pink color here. So I'm just copying the code here. That's called the hex code. And then I'll paste that link back in. And now look at our code. It blends in with the card. And let's actually, I'm going to move it over to this side. And boom, our clients can leave a review on this really nice card. They'll just be able to scan it. That's probably not, there probably should be a darker color. But it's that easy. It's that easy. We have 100 of those in our pocket for $20, and we can hand that out, you know, to every patient. We can hand that out on the job site to all of our clients as we're finishing jobs. It will change the game. It will increase your conversions so much, especially if we coach the clients to include the service that was provided as well as the location of the review. I know we covered a lot, so let's quickly review everything that can help you with your small business SEO. One, reviews are super important. They might be one of the most important things that you could control for your small business's SEO. Number two, we found out how to get our review link from our Google Business Profile panel. Number three, we learned how to get an even better review for our Google Business Profile. You even learned how to add a QR code to a business card in Canva, and so you can just hand out these business cards to get way more reviews, rank your Google Business Profile higher, and get yourself some more of that TLC, traffic, leads, and clients. And if you want to get that review script, please head over to yoursmallbizseosuccess.com and just sign up for our email newsletter. Every week I'm dropping SEO tips and revealing behind the scenes stuff in regards to Thencan Designs. Our new packet of goodies isn't just going to include our SEO audit form that we actually use at this company, but now it's going to include the review script, and there's also some goodies in regards to ChatGPT prompts and how to make a custom GPT for your small business. So if you've never checked that out before, make sure you have it. And if you're already subscribed and you feel like you're missing out on that, just shoot me an email and I'll be sure to send that to you right away. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss future videos. And hey, if you want, you can head over to Thencan Designs Google Business Profile and you can leave me a review. And be sure to leave the service that I provided, you know, SEO consultation, if you will, even if it was free. And when you're leaving your review, since the location doesn't really matter because you're probably not in my location, you can just focus on the service that was provided, which is essentially SEO consulting or SEO coaching, even though it was completely free. And now my question to you, small biz owner, is what else do you need to know for local SEO for your business? Is it something that's in this video, or is it something else? Leave that in the comments below. Until next time.